No, I mean the training first with Jesse, I'd recommend to anybody.
Hi everyone, Elizabeth with Canine Perspective. Today I'm joined by one of our longtime clients, Jack. His dog Remi has been coming to Canine Perspective, I think for years now.
2.5 years.
2.5 years. So the reason I wanted to sit down with Jack today is because Remi is one of the first dogs that when I left my old job and started helping Jesse at Canine Perspective, I fell in love with Remi. I left my job in late September of 2021, so after getting acclimated to the old facility and learning the structure, boning up on my handling skills, because apparently those weren't good enough for Jesse, one of my first big projects that I did was the Christmas photo shoot. Yep. And Remi is one of the most photogenic dogs that we have at Canine Perspective, so I fell in love with her. She was so perfect and obedient. She did everything I wanted her to, and I wanted to kidnap her.
She's a princess.
She's a princess.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say all of this kind of to preface the interview with saying I had no idea that Remi came to Canine Perspective after being kicked out of her last date. That blew my mind when I found out because she's such a good girl. So tell me a little bit about what happened, your experience.
Yeah, well, we went to a pretty highly rated trainer and kennel, and it was fine for a period of time. She was a little puppy. She was pretty rambunctious, like most pitties. And, over time, I kept getting phone calls that would say, usually around noon, I was like, hey, Remi was removed from the playgroup today, put into, isolation, removed from Gen Pop. I was like, kind of like that, prison, prison terms. That's how they kind of referred to it. Yeah. I started to think, like, what am I paying you guys for? You're just going to put her in a crate through the whole day. We did training with them. She's got a good canine citizen stamp of approval. And they kept saying, just do trainings with us and it'll be fine. And eventually, we did all that. And we did another consultation, and instead of, giving us constructive feedback or anything like that, they're like, you should just put her on medication, which, I didn't want to do. My girlfriend definitely didn't want to do. Yeah. My girlfriend was very upset.
Yeah.
And she's the boss. So we just started looking for other options. I would never feel comfortable putting Remi in boarding at a place like that because, we'd be gone on vacation and I think she's just literally in a box the whole time. So, that's what led us to Canine Perspective. So
awesome.
Did a training with Jesse. Actually, I met a dog on the street who was off leash with the collar on. It was like the most nice, reminded me of Remi, nice docile creature of all time. And the guy just talking with him said, you should check out Canine. So
yeah,
here we are.
Love to hear it. It's funny how many clients actually have a similar story to yours. I mean, that's how I found Jesse. It was I think I said this before online one time, it was my neighbor Melissa and me being like, why is Nash so good and Luna is so bad? And it's you just talk to these people and you're like, how'd you do that? Why is that dog just sitting there not doing anything wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it just came down to, the issue with the old daycare, I think at its core, was it was 8 hours of nonstop play. And for some dogs, that could work pretty well. With Remi, she just doesn't have an off button. So she's super cuddly and nice, but she just gets so excited. And when there's constant stimulation, she just can't. She's got one speed, and that's pedal to the metal. So she needs to be like we do here, where you guys move around between a play group, the treadmill, to place training. So it's just one constant flow that's structured. It allows her she doesn't have to self-regulate. You guys help her regulate herself.
Yeah.
But she's been great here, though, because of that. She doesn't need any regulation because of the structure that's kind of built in. She just is a good girl here. Probably better here than she is at home. So,
well, I think she's wonderful here. That's why I wanted to sit down with you. But yeah, I think to your point, one of the most interesting things, and I don't know if it's the same facility, but I saw this advertisement one time for all-day play for a daycare. And it blew my mind because that was after I had come here and obviously fallen in love with and gotten to know Jesse and understanding what structure does for dogs.
Yep.
And thinking all-day play sounds like an actual nightmare. There's no off button, like you said. There's no rest period. Like, yes, Remi goes from playgroup to duration to treadmill and then to her kennel for some rest, because the rest is such an important part of their day. Even if you think of like a child in preschool, they have nap time, and that's what your dog is. You need the rest to be able to enjoy everything else.
Yeah, I mean, when the dogs are at home, she sleeps the whole day.
Yeah.
So, she can go a whole day sleeping. She shouldn't go a whole day playing. They need that break. So, yeah, it works out much, much better this way.
Yeah.
Whenever we go on vacation, I feel safe, coming. I don't have to think about Remi at all because I know she's totally fine here.
Yeah.
Living her best life. So.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
She is definitely one of the princesses of canine perspective.
As she should be.
Well, I think it's nice too because, like you were saying, she can transition through these activities because you guys have trained with us. Yeah. She gets to do almost, everything that we offer here. Everything I ask Remi to do in a given day, Remi just says yes, please, and then what do you want to do next? Which is so nice for her.
No, I mean the training first with Jessie, I'd recommend to anybody, because it just. I've had dogs growing up, mainly smaller dogs, and I've been around dogs too. But again, like golden retrievers, labs, stuff like that. They're just so easy in general. You don't think much goes behind them. So a lot of them were sent off to train for like hunting dogs or something like that. So it's a whole different kind of animal, really. With Remi, it's just and dogs like Remi, you just need a bit more structure and training. Having Jessie kind of help shepherd that and kind of teach us the tools, how to use the e-collar effectively. Explain what exactly it is, because there's that kind of misconception about what an e-collar is.
Yeah.
And it's just not that. It's really just a way. Again, with Remi, she gets so focused. If we're playing fetch, for example, like that is all she's doing. She needs something to kind of snap her out of it, so she remembers, like, hey, I'm in the world right now. I'm in reality.
Right. I should probably focus in and listen to Dad right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just a reminder to like kind of be a good girl, like snap to it. So. And she needs that. Without it, like she's a 65-pound full muscle. There's not an ounce of fat on her. So, with me, I can handle her a bit. But even with me, like she can pull me.
Yeah.
Especially in the winter when it's icy, you need that added structure with her to make sure that everything's good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what we're here for. We're here to provide the structure, and we're so happy. Thank you for sitting down with me and sharing your story. Again, I'm always blown away when clients tell me things that I didn't know before, like Remi being kicked out of a daycare or taken out of Gen Pop, because she's delightful here. But I guess that just shows what the structure does for a good girl like Remi.
How dare they?
How dare they? Not to say that we're better than anybody else, but just to say I think we're different. And I think that if you're a specific kind of dog owner, you know what you want for your dog. And certain dogs might be able to thrive anywhere, but that's why we are Canine Perspective, and we are the only quiet kennel in Chicago. We are extremely structured in what we do and how we train our staff, and even how we assign dogs different icons in your ginger profiles when you guys sign up with us. Like, we know what playgroups Remi can be involved in. We know what type of activities she can do. Everything we do is structured from start to finish, from the day Remi walks in the door to the moment she leaves.
Yeah, it's attention to detail that I don't think a lot of other kennels and daycares, they might just hire, high school kid looking for hours, or, someone in college that just, again, needs a job. For most dogs, I think for most dogs, I don't think that works. You need more attention, especially if you have a bunch of dogs in a play group. You need someone that knows what they're doing, and you guys train. All your staff's great.
Yeah.
So, that's the difference.
Well, we're happy to hear that you're happy, because we obviously take a lot of pride in what we do here. So, Jack, thank you again for sitting down with me. This was fun. We're always looking forward to having Remi as part of our pack. If you guys are interested in learning more about Canine Perspective and the structure that we offer, if you're a new client, you can check out our website. You can send us an email at info@canineperspective.com and get in on all the structured fun that we offer. Thanks, Jack. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Take care.
All right.
Thanks, Pack. So cheesy.
No, it's good.
Well, Jesse did one, and then he's like, honey, I think you're just going to have to do